Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in NIDCHEI YISRAEL of the Horowitz, speaking about learning from the Avos HaKadoshim, our holy forefathers, how they stood up against the entire world. They were all by themselves, believing and serving the Rabbi Shalom. It never stopped them. And so too, wherever a Jew finds himself to be, whether they are in Yerushalayim, Mir HaKodesh, in the yeshivas, the great yeshivas in Eretz Yisrael, in New York, in Baltimore, wherever they might be, or they find themselves in some far-off land all by themselves, don't stop serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's fitting for you to know further. When a person serves HaKadosh Baruch at a time in their life where he's not granted too much reward in this world, he doesn't see so much goodness and easiness in this world, V'unav v'nad ba'aretz, he's just wandering around the land. Heim nechakakim loi, these days with his avodas Hashem, they are engraved for him. La'ad, forever, lamala, above in Shemayim. His name will be remembered for good as a result of him buckling down and being strong in his faith and his service of Hashem. And it will be considered that he is doing an act of kindness with HaKadosh Baruch Hu because he stays faithful and strong in his avodas Hashem. We have psukim that allude to this. Hashem, HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, Zacharti la chesed ne'urayich, I remember the chesed of your ne'urayich, your youth. Ahavas kluloisayich, the love that you had when you were my betrothed wife. Lechtech acharai bamidbar, you followed me into the wilderness, be'eretz lo zarua, to a land that was not seeded, that was not planted. You, Klal Yisrael, you left Mitzrayim, you just got to know me, and you followed me into the wilderness because I said that's where we're going to go. There's no food in the wilderness, and there's no life forces in the wilderness. You don't know what's going to be, but you trusted in me, says HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I will never forget the chesed of your youth that you did such a thing. The Kashan is born in Oidnims, and when we look into it further, we will see this difficulty of the gullus of the exile that we are now in, and we are scattered amongst the corners of the earth. At the end of the gullus, the end of the exile before Mashiach will come, this is the bechina, this is the test that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is putting us through. She is bachein v'yizlabin kol ish. Each person is being tested and cleansed. And we have to bring our thoughts. He has to bring his thoughts from the koyach, which is from the potential, elapayel, to the fruition, to making it, to actualizing. That whatever a person thinks that they could accomplish, but they have not yet done it, all the challenges that HaKadosh Baruch Hu puts us through in the gullus, that's all for our benefit, that we have to buckle down and go deeper into ourselves and bring out all this potential that we have. And therefore he writes, like it says in Zechariah, Utzafartim kitzroif es hakesef, I'll refine them like silver is refined. And I will test them like gold is tested. What does that mean? Just like the refiner wants to remove all the sediment and the impurities from the silver, kesef, v'hazav, and the gold, he wants them to become pure with nothing inside of them. He sends them into the refiner's furnace. Over there, they're going to be purified. And then through the powers of the fire, all of the sediment and all of the extra impurities that are there are going to be removed. Va'azav yetze mezukak, and therefore the gold will end up coming out of this refiner's pot completely pure. Kain hu b'seiv ha'galus, the same thing is at the end of the galus, the exile. Ba'shehu samach le'es ha'gemul, when we're getting close to the time that Hashem is going to repay us. L'shalem li'ish kapayloi, a person will be repaid for their actions. Roitza HaKadosh Baruch Hu l'zakek u'litzaref esbanav, Hashem wants to purify us and cleanse us. U'leidia l'koil, and let everybody know, mi v'mi shu l'Hashem be'emes u'betomim, who is to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in truth and who is pure. U'mishu machzik im Hashem rak lifnim u'beseiser, who oiseh kiratzon raya libay, and who is only devoted to HaKadosh Baruch Hu outwardly, but in private they despise and they do bad things. So al kain hu muchach liznag imanu ba'ofen zeh, that's why HaKadosh Baruch Hu is obligated to test us at the end of the days to see who is really faithful to the Rebbeinu Shalom. Who is going to be with HaKadosh Baruch Hu everywhere that they go? Who's going to be in the private and in the public the same way and serve Hashem? And therefore all of the challenges of the Gullus is just to allow us to bring out that potential of real, raw, sincere avodas Hashem and dveikis and close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu that's inside of us. And in that way we show to Hashem and we show to the world our allegiance to the Rebbeinu Shalom. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful Shabbos.